Hey guys, this is Ryan with Home on Mission again. And today I unexpectedly got my new planner in the mail for this next school year. And I thought I would open it up and share with you guys what it looks like brand new. Because I've been asked before to do kind of a flip through of my current one, but it's the end of the school year and it's real beat up. So I thought I would show you a brand spanking new out of the package one. This is the third year in a row I've used the Well Planned Day um, by Rebecca Scarlata Ferris. I hope I'm not butchering that. And this year, each year, like they go with a different theme, like different design, and this year is gorgeous as always. And the reason why I love these planners is I'm very much a pen and paper girl. Let me rephrase that. I'm very much a pencil and paper girl. I like to be able to erase. And this is, it has everything you could ever want, but obviously you don't have to use it all. It's not just your basic homeschool planner. But I really like the idea of like the happy planners, the Erin Condrens. I think they're beautiful. But when it comes to planning and making lists, I need stuff that's not cluttery. I don't want all the stickers and all the like embellishments. I need like clear, concise spaces to write in, and I need to like see my list. But I don't want boring. Like, I like pretty things. I'm a girl. So I feel like this is by far the best I've seen that's kind of the happy medium. As you can tell, it's beautiful. The inside's just as beautiful, but it's very clean and neat. And not just like all over the place. Sometimes I look at those Erin Condrens and stuff, and I'm like, that's so pretty, but I could never like actually use that. So, not for the intended purpose anyway. So I'm going to kind of flip through and just show you some main parts of this. I wish I had the setup to kind of do like an overhead view. I don't have like tripods or anything to do that with yet. So I will just kind of flip through and show you the main parts. It starts off in the beginning with family memories, and you circle your kids' ages, and then you just fill out this and just kind of, you can put a picture up here. Just kind of something fun if you keep these to look back on. An important page that I use is the year at a glance. At the beginning of the year, I go through and mark off what weeks we plan to do school, which ones we don't, and then put like quarter dates and stuff down here. And this gives you all your holidays. Then this other side, I don't really use, but important information, homeschool co-op, all your contacts for that, websites, emergency information, stuff like that. And then this next page, you have home management stuff. So this is where you could do like a cleaning schedule. Sorry, that's really bright. And then there's even little perforated daily chores that you can make little lists for your kids and tear them out. And I don't know, hang them somewhere and have them check them off, or however you want to go about that. And then there is if you are a detailed scheduler, sorry, this is really hard to see. There's like a detailed teacher schedule with all the 30-minute blocks in there. And then there is your class plan. So what you're going to be using for your students, their goals, their challenges, kind of just general information about your students, and then all the subjects and the literature you're going to be using, as well as your goals go down here. Sorry, I gotta get this close in order for you to even be able to see it. And then there's your student schedule, just like the teacher one, but for the student. If you're that kind of person, I like to be that kind of person, but I realized very quickly that that is not how my house runs best. So we do other things. And there's several of those, so if you have several students. And then each month starts off with just a regular old calendar page, double-sided, obviously. See, look, pretty things everywhere, but not in my way. And not like 3D and stuff where they're just, it messes with my brain. Okay, and then after that, you'll always find these little perforated shopping lists in case there's anything. I guess you could use them for like grocery lists if you want. My grocery list wouldn't fit on there, but what I sometimes use them for is if I see something coming up that we're going to need specific library books for, or specific supplies that I don't carry all the time, then I'll write those down there and take that to the store with me and or to the library and get those extra things. And then you will find, this is the beginning of each month, so I'm not going to show you each time, but an around the house page. And let me just tell you and then I'll show you. Monthly chores for kids, your household needs and dreams, so you can put out like how much it's going to cost, who needs to be involved with it, and then projects this month if there's any like special projects you're wanting to take on. And I don't really use this. Again, I'm the type of person that I like being this organized, but it just does not work in our house. It's just, I've tried and it's like banging my head against the wall. And then before the month, or at the beginning of the month, you will also see a reading page. And this has your students, and you write down the books that they're going to read, and then you check them off when they're read. I started out using that last year, but then I ended up switching to a different method to record. So, and then you have a space for read alouds, and then a space for library books that you're going to want for whatever subjects. And then this next page says fun learning. So you can write out your field trips and what you're going to do. And then education goals for the month. And then at the bottom, this is kind of fun. It has field trip ideas for the specific month. So it starts in July. So it talks about places you can go and things you can do. Read the Declaration of Independence, visit your state capital, things like that. It gives you a list of books to read for that month, like the 4th of July story, and then a cool did you know fact. So it just makes it a little more interesting. And then we finally get to the actual planning part where your lesson plans go. And this is meant for 1 to 4 students. So as you can see here, this first block is Bible. And so if you had 4 students, I'm sorry, this is so bright. If you had 4 students, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4. They would each get a line. I have 2 students right now, so my older son gets the top 2, my younger son gets the bottom 2. And then at the end of the week, there's always a to-do list, a dinner menu, a self-care thing where you're supposed to circle the days that you plan to care for yourself. I don't use that, but and then like 2 little days for the weekend where you can write in anything that you want to do or have done. So that is what that looks like. And then that goes all the way through the end of the month, and then you have a repeat each month of that same thing that I just showed you. And like I said, each month is kind of themed for the month. So like the December one's a little more Christmassy, and anyway, it's really pretty but very simple, and that is what I like. And then I'm trying to flip to the end to kind of show you there's a lot of special things in the back too. At the end of each semester, I'm not going to show you the middle semester because it's kind of the same thing, the end of the first semester. But at the end of each semester, there is like a success page where you can write out different successes that your kiddo has had. Then there's an attendance record if you live in a state where you have to keep record of the days that you do school instead of the hours. My school's an hour state, but I know there's some schools that are, or some states that are, you have to log the days. So that's where you would do that. Then there is a grade log if you keep grades for your kiddos. You can put those there. And then there is another attendance record and grade log. I think there's 4 of them, so you could put all 4 students there. And then there's a year at a glance for the next school year, in case you want to do any like planning ahead. And this, I believe, is ahead to future plans. So little calendars in case you want to plan for the next year, different maybe trips you want to take or field trips or whatever. Okay, and then there is a year-end review. So there is a page for each student where you can put their education, maybe if they met their goals, if they had any successes, if they need any help on things. And then there's a spot for character, habits, and curriculum ideas for the next year. So maybe if you use a curriculum and you're like, wow, that really was not working, but we plowed through it anyway. And then you hear about something else, you're like, hey, that might be great. That's where you would log that. And then there is a place for summer bucket lists. Whoa, sorry about that. And then there's a whole page for vacation plans if you're a vacation planner person. And we're getting close to the end. Then there's a whole page just for notes, whatever you feel like you need to put in there. And they even come with little perforated report cards if you want to give report cards to your students at the end of the year. That's not something we do yet because we just wrapped up second grade and kindergarten. That's something we might do in the future. And that is, yes, sorry, that is it. But this is a really good quality. This outside is pretty tough. It's not like super thick, but it's well bound, thick, durable, nice. I had, like I said, this is my third year and I've never had one fall apart on me or not done what I needed to do. So that is, again, The Well-Planned Day by Rebecca Scarlata Ferris, not Harris. And they have several different planners over there. This is just their basic family homeschool planner. And a really reasonable price. I believe I got this for just under $30. And I think the earlier you get them in the year, the better. I think they give like a little discount if you get them maybe in the spring for the next year. But they still have these in stock for this upcoming school year. So you're not going to get that slightly cheaper price, but they're still, I think, a really reasonable price for how much you get in there. That's a pretty thick deal. So I thank you for watching, and I will see you again next time. Bye.